The NFC Championship game set, we have a battle between two NFC East teams. We have the Commanders, led by Jaden Daniels, versus the Philadelphia Eagles, led by Saquon Barkley. Both of these teams have been firing on all cylinders in the playoffs, but only one team will have bragging rights in this third matchup, and only one team will punch their ticket going to the Supr Bowl. Let's break the matchup down between these two and predict who will win in this high-stake game. But first, let's take a look at how both of these offenses have looked within the past two playoff games. Now, if you take a look here, you pretty much see that the Commanders lead in key offensive categories compared to the Philadelphia Eagles. More points per game, more yards per game, more passing yards per game, and they're converting at a higher clip on third down conversions and red zone opportunities. The one edge that the Eagles have compared to the Commanders is their running game. They're averaging 227 yards on the ground in the last two playoff games, which is very huge for this offense, especially very huge for this team that's trying to win time of possession. If you ask me of which offense that I like in this matchup, it's definitely the Washington Commanders. I trust this team to put up points. I trust this team to air it out in case this game gets out of hand and at least play keep up. And I actually trust this Commanders team in terms of third down conversions and red zone opportunities than I actually do than the Eagles. So if you ask me, I'm going to have to give the slight edge to the Commanders offensively. Now, in terms of defense, because defense does win championships, let's take a look how both of these teams' defenses have looked within the past two playoff games. If you take a look here, you know that the Eagles have a much better defense than the Washington Commanders. They're allowing less points per game, less total yards per game, and less rushing yards per game, and allowing less fourth down conversions, red zone opportunities, and getting after a quarterback at a much higher rate than the Commanders. The Philadelphia Eagles have been one of the most dominant defenses in the NFL. They're top 3 in the NFL and points allowed per game at home. This Philadelphia team thrives off stadium energy, and they know that they're going to want to do their best to rattle Jaden Daniels, rattle this team as a whole, to pretty much let them know that this is their last time in the playoffs this year. When it comes to a high-stake game like this, we definitely cannot forget X factors. Starting off with Jaden Daniels, he has been one of the most elite dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL, and the last time these two met, Jaden Daniels had 5 passing touchdowns during the playoffs, 4 passing touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. If he could play mistake-free football, scramble out the pocket if the pocket is collapsing, and find ways to dice up this Eagles pass defense, which is a very, very tall task, there is a chance for potential upset. But like I said, this team is going to go as long as Daniels go. Mistake-free football, dual-threat ability. He can put this team on his back. If he plays like a superstar in this one, we can see a potential upset. Let's talk about the Eagles' X factor. Definitely Saquon Barkley. He is going against a bottom 5 rush defense in the Washington Commanders. The Commanders were giving up over 7 yards per carry against the Detroit Lions. And if it wasn't for Goff's multiple interceptions, we'll probably be seeing the Lions in this one, but Goff's multiple interceptions were very costly. This rush defense is very, very subpar. Saquon Barkley is pretty much averaging about 150 rushing yards against the Commanders in the last 2 times they've met, and averaging 2 rushing touchdowns the last time these two met. So this is going to be a Saquon Barkley run-heavy game, run-heavy script, and I don't even see Jalen Hurts throwing the ball more than 24 times in this game, because he knows, and this whole team knows, that the best way to beat this Commanders team is to run down their throats. With that being said, this will be a very close game. Both of these two teams are very familiar with each other. They're 1-1 during a regular season. It's going to come down to which team wants it more. Which team wants to punch their ticket to the Supr Bowl, and which team wants to win this trilogy matchup. Between these two, I am 0-2 against the Commanders, and at this point, I'm starting to feel a bit foolish if I go against the Commanders. I'm going to go Philadelphia Eagles in this one. I got the Eagles defeating the Commanders, and I have the Eagles going to the Supr Bowl. And the score prediction that I have in this one, I have Eagles 33, Washington Commanders 27. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, please give the video a thumbs up and comment below on your NFC Championship game predictions. Thank you so much, and catch you guys next time.